There is when we talk about Europass, there is an Europass CV, curriculum vitae, and Europass language passport, then electronic portfolio, then Europass diploma supplement, and each university should prepare Europass diploma supplement and also Europass certificate supplement. Because for the European projects and for further studies, you need to show this your Europass diploma supplement or certificate supplement. For the Europass mobility also is very important. In Europass mobility, there are so many projects like Erasmus, Comenius, Grundtvig, something like that. Then you need to show your Europass language passport. In Europass language passport, that is the summary of ELP and your surname, name, and etc. But the other one is, what is the European level? What is your language level at European or Common European World level? And then diploma or certificate you get. For instance, if you get a diploma from Yasar University, School of Foreign Languages, and then you have to state there, I got the diploma from School of Languages, Foreign Languages at Yasar University, then maybe some universities can accept it or not. So we are going to discuss this point. And linguistic experience. Where did you practice the language? Only in Turkey, or have you ever been abroad? And then, so you have to write a few statements or sentences about your linguistic experiences. An electronic portfolio in place of Europass language passport, and is very common at present. That is the Europass language passport, an electronic version of the standard language passport for adults jointly developed by the Council of Europe and the European Union. SEDEVOP in Greece is the center, headquarters is there. Unfortunately, we are not very active in this project, but the Greeks are very important. And SEDEVOP is the center in Selanik. So if you want to get more information, and then you can use this website, and then you can get some information. And in Turkey, I think ERGET is responsible to offer an electronic portfolio or the Europass language passport. The last project is languages for schooling. And in each school, they try to use CFR, European Language Portfolio, and the project aims at promoting plurilingual and intercultural education in Europe. Because the language policy is based on plurilingualism or multilingualism. There are so many languages in Europe. It is said that there are 150 languages spoken in Europe, but the dominant languages are, of course, English, French, German, Spanish, or Italian. And maybe in future, Turkish will be one of the dominant languages because 80 million in Turkey speak Turkish, and about 4 or 5 million in Germany, and the others in Balkan countries. And altogether, if you include the Azerbaijan, 100 million people speak Turkish in the continent of Europe. So Turkish will be very dominant languages in future if we are the full member of European Union, of course. Now we are not the full member of European Union. For this, we never say that it is not the official or working language in European Union. Not the Council of Europe, but the European Union is different. And the sharing connotations, being part of the same group with the shared culture. In other words, plurilingual people in multicultural societies. In Brussels or Luxembourg, and everybody, most of the people are plurilingual people. They speak at least 2 or 3 European languages. But in Turkey, only English is the dominant language, unfortunately. No, the rest of them, they don't know French or German or Spanish or other European languages. And using the skills and knowledge of intercultural competence, Michael Bayram is also studies very hard on intercultural competence. And how can we develop the intercultural competence? I think foreign language classes, EFL classes, are the best places for developing the intercultural competences. And using language descriptors in curricula for language as subject and for languages in other subjects. But now it is said that it is a CLIL approach. CLIL is content and language integrated learning. CLIL in Turkey we used in Ottoman time because we had so many schools like French medium schools. Mühendishane Behri Humayun it was a French medium engineering school. So we used CLIL years ago in Turkey, but Europe and European people now at present they are using CLIL system in their education system. Emphasizing the role of CFR in curriculum development, teaching, learning, and assessment. And also, most of the European school systems, they develop their language curricula by using CFR. Yes, what happened in Turkey? What have we done so far in our country? CFR-based curriculum studies in Turkey. In primary ELT curricula, then it started with German and French and Italian curricula, so they tried to change. In the Ministry of National Education, we developed this kind of ELT curriculum, and it's totally based on CFR-based. And I may say that 15 countries out of 47 Council of Europe, and we developed the curricula according to CFR. But the application, implementation of this curricula, unfortunately, is not very successful. Yes, we developed, but we didn't change our teachers. We changed the curricula, and we changed everything. We introduced the ELP, and then also we translated Common European Framework from English to Turkish. And we invited 9 scholars from 9 universities. And each scholar, each professor or associate professor translated 1 chapter from English to Turkish. We translated that book, but nobody reads. And we never, unfortunately, use this kind of theory. And we want to see the applications or implementations in the classroom situation. And secondary ALT curricula, also we developed, it was our last duty in the Ministry of National Education. Gölge and I and Ayşegül developed the 9th and 10th grades English language curriculum according to CFR. It was our last job in the Ministry of National Education. But next week in the Ministry of National Education, there is a, again, a meeting about this situation. So maybe they will try to implement all over the country. The textbooks. Yes, the textbooks, I think Minister of National Education, unfortunately, they didn't develop the textbooks according to that curriculum. But in market, in the commercial textbooks, are well designed and well prepared. Oxford, Cambridge, and all the publishing houses prepared so many CFR textbooks, and there is no problem with the commercial market. But we have the problem with the Ministry of National Education books, textbooks, unfortunately. And the testing office. And neither in the Ministry of National Education nor in our schools, the testing offices can't obey the CFR rules. They never prepare the test, even YÖK or ÖSYM centers. We talked to the ÖSYM, the president of ÖSYM, the late ÖSYM president. He said, okay, yes, let's do it, but unfortunately, we didn't prepare the test, CFR-based language tests. And teacher education is also very important. In all faculties of education, in the Department of Foreign Languages, we train the teachers for the European standards. Unfortunately, we have some lacks. Maybe in future, we'll do our best. Yes, if you look at the practices in schools, in our schools, yes, in English curricula, because, you know, I talk about the English curricula, not the French or German. English and German curricula, they are translated from this curricula. And the objectives and attainments, and in our attainments and objectives, while we are stating them, and we use the language skills, listening, speaking, and reading, and we never talk about the grammar points, but maybe we can add some points, and we use the descriptors or can-do statements. That are all can-do statements. I can do blah, blah, something like that. So we changed all the programs like that. And then the content, while we are looking at the English curricula, there was a cyclical approach and content and task-based approach. And course books, it should be A1 and A2 or B1 and B2 or C1 or C2, but C1 and C2 is very high level. In primary school, A1 and A2, by the end of the 8th year primary school education, the students should attain A2 level objectives. We planned like that. And then B1, maybe lycée level, or university, for the university entrance exams, B1 level should be a reasonable level, I think. Or B2 for the English medium high schools, or again, for some universities, B2 level is also a good level. C1 is native-like level. For philology departments, maybe you can use C1 level. And we should use the authentic materials and also the ICT, information communication technologies, in the content, integrated with ICT and ELT. I think the next speaker will talk more about ICT and ELT. When we look at the learning teaching process, of course, communicative approach and communicative techniques should be in the center of our teaching activities. And then at present, self-regulated learning or autonomous learning or learner autonomy is also the key concept in ELT and ELP, autonomous learning. But we should start from the kindergarten or